biggest set of 2024, Surging Sparks, is literally around the corner. Today we'll be going through a buyer's guide on everything you need to know about Surging Sparks, because it is getting pretty tricky to get hold of. Things are getting really expensive. So which are the best products to pick up and what is going on regarding the sealed product of Surging Sparks ahead of release, so you guys are prepared. I mean, some of you have probably already pre-ordered booster boxes, ETBs, blisters and the like, but some of you are maybe going, what else can I buy? What's a good pickup to get right now? Well, we'll be covering all that, so let's jump into it. All right, so here we have it, the buyer's guide to Surging Sparks, right? This is TCG Player's little buyer's guide. They do it with every single set that comes out, where they break down the costs and everything of what to expect with a new set releasing, which is really interesting. Now, of course, Surging Sparks is looking to be the best and the biggest set so far this year, bigger than Twilight Masquerade, which is actually quite impressive. And there's been so much buzz, so much hype. Let's get into what TCG Player has to say and, you know, where we go from there. So as it says here, it's almost that time again. Another long-awaited Pokemon TCG booster box set is just around the corner. On November 8th, we're going to be getting Surging Sparks. Will become the 11th release in the Scarlet and Violet series, offering an electrifying new adventure featuring the beautiful Terra Pokemon EX we've grown to love since their debut in Stellar Crown. So these are going to be like those rainbow style, like the Terrapagos that we saw, and I quite like that, right? I do like that effect. The like crown crystal thing has grown on me a little bit, but it's still a bit weird as well at the same time. Here we have the Pikachu, which is going to be the biggest card in the set. It is going to be a huge chase card. Can we get a bigger picture of this? There we go. So it's going to look crazy. I think once you have it and see it, it's going to look absolutely amazing, because that rainbow effect they've done is really nice. Better than Sword and Shield, like considerably better. So this is going to be an interesting one, and I actually quite like it. You know, I do like it. So let's take a look. So obviously it says this set is going to be in high demand. Absolutely. Like I said, we've seen just crazy stuff happening with the prices already. Things are getting silly, but let's go into it. So we've got the booster packs here. We're looking at around about, well, I think it was like $4. Yeah, $4 a booster pack, which is actually quite high for a set that's not even out yet. Normally they tend to be about $3 on average for a normal booster box set, which is where it would normally be, that $3.50 range, but it actually has been ticking upwards because of that hype for this set. So that's quite interesting, right? If you break it down and you bought 36 loose packs for an equivalent of a booster box, you are looking at around about $145 to $150 a booster box, which is crazy to think for a set that's not even out yet, which is, you know, pretty crazy indeed. So it says here, as always, we have the Humble Booster, the cheapest way to get a taste of Surging Sparks. For under $5, you can pick up a pack of the latest hotness and see what Lady Luck has hidden for you inside. So obviously you just have the regular booster pack, nothing that interesting indeed. Booster box time. Now this one is different, okay, than what we normally see. It says here that the market price is $143, then we've got the listed median price is $146, right? We go to the price graph. So bearing in mind, this set is not even out yet, okay? As the film of this, it's like a week away, right? Crazy stuff. Let's take a look. We've seen this booster box, and I expect it to be at this level, right? This 115. I did a video on this recently where I talked about it. Look at the amount of sales. Before we look at, you know, the price, look at the sales. So this is when it started to become available. Man, there's a few booster boxes being sold there. And then the price started to creep up and up and up and up. And even at this 140 plus, right? We are still seeing 127 sold, 82, close to 100, 140, 100, 120, 115, 101. This is on a daily basis. So much product is being shifted at such a higher price point. We just haven't seen this level of craziness from a pre-order of a set in a very long time, especially in the Scarlet and Violet era. This is the first. You know, in my opinion, if we're going to have a set, you know, we're having Team Rocket next year, if that's going to be a booster box era set, I think it will perform even more crazy than Surging Sparks. I really do. So it's going to be really interesting. This is, you know, crazy stuff. And it has here for the average market price $142 for a booster box, which works out a booster pack is around $4. So a bit less than a loose booster price, but it is quite crazy. And it says here it has prices anywhere between $109 to $140, which is certainly on the higher end of spend for any given product. In exchange, you'll get a whopping 36 packs and enough charges. So overall, pretty good, right? So overall, this set, booster boxes, very expensive. Keep that in mind. Will we see a price drop? Maybe, you know, when more stock hits the market. But right now, the hype is real. Then we move on to the ETB. Again, the ETB, regular ETB, you're going to get 9 booster packs in there. You're going to be getting the Magneton promo, which is a pretty awesome looking promo. And again, we're looking around about $43, $45. We go to the price chart, and it has been going up, right? And again, the volume has increased on how much they've been sold. Again, normally these ETBs, they tend to be under $40 as a rule, and it did actually get to that around about 2 weeks ago, and then it started to climb with increased prices and increased sales. So it's kind of interesting on that ETB front. Me personally, I won't pick up a normal ETB, only the Pokemon Center ones, but it's going to be interesting. So yes, if you are going to crack this open for the packs, you're spending a little bit more than you would as a booster box, and also a little bit more if you're buying loose packs. Interesting thing is, will the Magneton be a really chase promo card? We've seen a lot of ETB promo cards gaining value, especially in the Scarlet and Violet era. We might also see that with the Magneton, so keep that one in mind, that you might want to crack it open just for the promo, even the Pokemon Center version. Speaking of the Pokemon Center version, here it is. We're looking at $160 for this one. I don't know if it's still available on the Pokemon Center website. It's probably sold out by now, but if it is still available, honestly guys, it's a great pickup. We're going back and we can see what the pre-order prices were, and yes, it's gone up a little bit. Obviously, we're not going to get a huge amount of sales, mainly because it's not available yet, and once the ones from the Pokemon Center get sent out, then you're going to have people reselling it, and the price will probably start to go up. And as a rule, I would say these are great long-term investment pieces. Just don't open them. But the thing is, the promos are now worth a ton of money when opened. Crazy dilemma. If you do crack this open, you're paying nearly $15 a booster pack. Is that worth it? Probably not, especially if you take into consideration the Magneton promo as well. It just isn't worth it. You're paying pretty much $10 per pack more than you would normally. It's just not worth it. Keep it sealed. Then we got the booster bundle. Normally, I would say booster bundles are not great for a main set, like a booster box set, upon release, right? There's a ton of product around. It's not a great one. But booster bundles are usually pretty good for stuff like 151, Paldean Fates, Shrouded Fable, stuff like that. And I think they're really, really good. But I think for this set, it might be a little bit different, right? We've seen booster boxes go really, really high. We've seen booster packs already around that $4 mark. When we take a look at this, $26 to $30 is quite high, right, for a booster bundle. It is for a regular set, but it has been dropping a little bit. So we did see the climb, and I mean, it was around $21, which is more respectable. That's probably what I expect, really. And it did go all the way up to 28, which is pretty crazy. Did do a little bit of a dip and is now bounced back up to 26. So I actually think this is going to be a good one down the line. If you could pick this up for retail, I think long term this will do pretty well, similar to Twilight Masquerade. If a set already is selling for a much more of a higher price, it's going to do pretty well in the long run. And I think these booster bundles, easy to store as well, are pretty good. So if you do open it up, at the moment it's $4.20 a pack, which is not too bad, pretty similar to a booster box. But if it did drop down to that $20-ish range, which I would normally would be, then it'd be a bit cheaper. They've worked this out at $25, $26, so that's why it is at that $4.20. Now moving on to the build and battle kits, I never really opened up these, but these are pretty popular right now before the set comes out. We're looking around $20 to $22, and you know, this one has been falling, but it's seen a little bit of an uptick recently, going from around $18 to $19 up to $20. Not a huge big deal for that one. If you do open up, you're looking around about $5 a booster pack, so a little bit more expensive there. Then we've got the triple pack blisters. I mean, I don't normally go for triple pack blisters. However, I do think they're good once a set starts to become harder to get hold of. Right now, probably not, especially at $15 to $16 a piece. But I think in the long term, when we look at stuff like Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, Lost Origin, the Sword and Shield era, even Evolving Skies, then things are getting a little bit more pricey and triple pack blisters become a little bit more valuable. But right now, I probably wouldn't pick them up, but I think in the future they could be really good, especially if this set is going to be as strong as it's looking. Then we got the single pack blisters. I don't rate these at all. I think these are really bad. You look at $8 a piece. That's just ridiculously expensive. There you have it. That is a little buyer's guide for Surging Sparks. It's going to be an incredible set. We don't know what the pre-order prices are for the cards in the set yet. I will be doing a follow-up video, hopefully before the release, going through what the top 10 most expensive cards of the set is. I expect Pikachu is going to be number 1, but where would it be on TCG Player going into the release of Surging Spark? And again, pull rates. Pull rates are going to be key regarding this set. You know, if the pull rates are going to be tough like Twilight Masquerade, then we could see crazy level high prices. The Pikachu might even be worth more than the Greninja. Who knows? Has that potential. And on top of that, getting hold of sealed product. You know, right now I think the best things to get, booster boxes, booster bundles are going to be pretty good. ETBs, you know, if you want to keep them sealed, I did the Pokemon Center one, but if not, then we want to, you know, grab hold of the normal one. I think that would be good for the long term as well. But apart from that, I would avoid the single pack blisters. I kind of feel like they're pretty bad. Triple pack blisters are going to be good later down the line, but I think right now, not the best. But this set is just crushing things right now, and it's not even out yet. So it's going to be really interesting. There seems to be a lot around, but a lot of people buying them up. So it's kind of interesting to see what's going to be happening regarding Surging Sparks. But yeah, this is going to be crazy. But if you made this far into the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. And let me know your thoughts about Surging Sparks down in the comments. Are you looking forward to getting this set? What have you bought already? I've gone and picked up a bunch of booster boxes, and I've got a few of the Pokemon Center ETBs coming, but that's all I've gone for at the moment. Down the line, I might look at picking up some booster bundles, because I do think booster bundles are pretty good, especially if they end up being a little bit cheaper and drop in price where they become just a little bit better than what booster boxes are currently going for on TCG Player. Now, over here in the UK, we are seeing products being around about, you know, 110 to 115 pound a box. So it is slightly higher than some of the other sets upon release. Might go up. We'll have to wait and see. But that is it for me, guys, in today's video. If you want more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on the screen, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I want to say a massive thank you to all of you for watching. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.